Hello, this is Aaron Club giving you a training 101 on recruiting and sourcing. So in this first video, we're going to be discussing Google Docs and how to build a priority list. Building a priority list using Google Docs. Okay, so the first thing you'll need to do if you don't already have a Gmail is you'll need to create your own Gmail account. Really easy. Go to Google, type in Gmail, and then you will be able to create your account from there. Once you have a Gmail account, what you're going to do is go to Drive, Google Drive, and click there. It's taking a minute here. Alright, and once you get into Google Drive, you'll then be able to create folders, Word documents, Excel sheets, presentations, forms, drawings. Not sure what that is. The biggest one we're going to talk about is spreadsheets. Okay, so what's going to happen is once you have a Google account, I'm going to be able to share a spreadsheet with you, and we'll talk about that in a second. So we're going to NLC, New LinkedIn Connections, and then we have multiple spreadsheets here. The spreadsheet that I'm going to be sharing with you is going to be Insurance Analytics. Let's click here. Boom. And this is going to open up a spreadsheet. Eventually. Great. Okay, so this is building a priority list. A priority list is a list of candidates who are a very strong fit for a position that we're working with. So they're either a very strong fit, and we know that for sure, or based on the information that we found, they could be a strong fit after having a conversation with them to get more information. So essentially, a few key things here. At the top you see we have name, their title, the company they work for, email, phone, and activity. These three right here you're not going to have to worry as much about. Let's just focus on name, title, and company. In terms of using the Excel sheet, as you can see here, I have a list of priority candidates here based on an insurance position that we have. And as you notice, there are some color coding that we have as well. So the main things that you're going to be doing is building out a priority list by getting the person's name, the title, and company, copying, pasting that into the Excel sheet. Okay, a couple quick things. One, if you need to create a new column for whatever reason, you probably won't. Just so you know, you right-click on the column, and you could say insert right, insert left. Boom, that's going to get you a new column. Okay, we're going to delete that. Delete column. Similarly with rows, if you need to create more rows, go ahead and click highlight those. Right-click once they're highlighted, and you can above or below click on inserts above below. It's going to give you a lot more blank columns. Okay, because we're going to want you to fill out names on the top here. So you may need to create new columns to do that. Okay, so that is how to use Google Docs in order to build out a priority list. Moving on from there. Now we're going to talk about identifying candidates. That's the second topic we're going to cover is identifying candidates. And so there are three main things to focus on in terms of identifying a good candidate for this position in particular, and also positions in general. So first of all, we work in the management consulting industry. So all the clients, all the candidates that we're looking for are people that either have a previous consulting experience, and B, have financial services experience. So let's look at a couple of candidates first to help identify what a good candidate looks like. And to do that, we're going to be using LinkedIn. So you're going to go ahead and type in linkedin.com. Open that up. I will be giving you my username and password so you can have access to my profile, or you can create your own LinkedIn profile in order to source for candidates. The benefit of using my profile is that you'll be able to tap into a large network of the people that are already targeted for the type of people that we're looking for. Okay, the computer's going a little bit slow here, so bear with me. Alright, let's pause it. Okay, sorry about the delay. So here's the LinkedIn profile. So if we go to the Excel sheet, we're going to click on the first person here. These three people, by the way, are all people that have progressed all the way through the interviewing process with one of our client companies and gone to a final interview. So they're not only good priority candidates, but they are people who have gone through the process. Okay, so we have Robert Riley. We're going to copy and paste his name here. Okay, let's go ahead and bring his profile up. Robert Riley. Great. Alright, so Robert Riley, strategic planning and execution at Travelers. Okay, so a couple of things to pay attention to is, again, we work in the management consulting industry and we also work in the financial services industry. Those are two big things that you're going to have to remember in looking at all the potential candidates. So if we look here, this section here tells us what industry they've identified themselves on their profile. So financial services is the industry he's saying he works for. Anytime you see strategy, strategic, anything along those lines, that's often a good sign that the person has done some type of consulting work. So if we look at his profile here, going down to where it says experience, he's currently strategic planning and execution at Travelers. If you hover over the Travelers, this will pop up. And you see insurance. So insurance is also going to be included within the financial services industry. And so we are heavily do a lot of work within insurance. You can also look down here in the industry. It's going to say insurance, so we know, okay, great. So we're in the right industry with this person. Looking down at his experience, business consultants. Okay, that tells us he's done consulting. Experience for that, consultant, strategic planning. Okay, if you hover over the different companies he's worked for, this one doesn't give information. This one does. Financial services. Okay, great. We know he's had financial service experience. Consultant again. If we hover over, we see financial services. Down here, consultant. So the two fundamental things we're looking for, he clearly has. A, financial services. B, consulting experience. A couple more things to point out that become important in terms of this role is process improvements. We are looking for candidates that have process improvement experience. And actually for him, I'm not seeing process improvement in his skills section. If we do Control F, we can roll up a tab up here, and let's go ahead and type in process improvement. Okay, nothing's going to come up there. So let's just look at process. So he does have process, and you can see he has process 3 times in his profile. So let's click through and look where else he has process. There's process again. Sales process. Anything that has to do with process is going to be really good for us. Other things to note: if someone has an MBA, that's going to be a really that's going to help. That's good. That's a strong thing to have on the profile. So that's another thing to look for in terms of identifying priority candidates. Okay, and we're looking for people that have anywhere between 3 and 10 years of experience. Okay, and so a way to determine that, a couple ways. One, looking at the years of experience here at the different companies he's been at, and then also coming down to his education and looking at the year that the person graduated. If they had their MBA, good chances are they were working during this time. But if you look at when they got their bachelor's degree, we see 2006. That was 6 years ago, so that tells us he probably has anywhere from 4 to 6 years of experience working. Okay, so moving on. A couple more people before hitting the last piece of the video. Go back to the Excel sheet. Let's type in William Hennis. Copy that. Paste it into the tab. Boom. Search. William Hennis. Again, so the focus here is 1, process improvement. 2, management consulting, and 3, financial services. So if we look at his profile, right in his title or in the beginning section here, he has process improvement. We know we got someone that could be good. Industry he has here is insurance. That is our focus. So specifically for these roles, we're looking for insurance. It's going to be working within insurance and process improvement. Okay, those are. If we have these two things, we're on the right track with the person. Let's scroll down and look at more of his experience. So let's go down to experience, and we see his title is a specialist. That's not going to give us a lot of information about what he does. It's a very general term, but we can hover over endpoints, and that says financial services. Okay, so that's great. A leading global provider of risk management services, insurance, reinsurance, brokerage, and human resources solutions, consulting and outsourcing. So it says consulting. That tells us chances are he's doing some type of consulting work. If you read through the description, numerous endeavors at Endpoint, a leading global management consulting firm. That tells us he is doing management consulting. We know it's in insurance, so we are in the right area. We notice here from how long he's been at the company. He's been there for almost 6.5 years. Been there for a long time, so he's definitely got the amount of experience we're looking for. So honestly, after just seeing process improvement in his title, insurance in his industry there, and then looking at 6 years of experience here, and knowing that he's doing management consulting, there's nothing else I actually really have to see to know that yes, this guy is a ideal candidate. Okay, but just to continue looking, a couple other things that we'll point out. Let's go ahead and again Control F. I'll bring this up. Let's see how many times he has process in his profile. 9 times he has process. Let's go ahead and look up strategy. 2 times. Okay, business strategy, and then strategy there as well. So not as much, but those are keywords you're going to find. Let's scroll down to his education experience. Honors. Okay, so insurance process improvement is in the skills section also. So is insurance. Scroll down. He also has his MBA in finance and strategic management. He's got a 4.0 GPA. This guy is a stud in terms of what we're looking for. Okay, let's look at one more person and then move on to the last piece of the video. Ashley Butterbaugh. Copy that. Come into LinkedIn, paste, search, and there she is. Technical specialist. Okay, so Ashley Butterbaugh, technical specialist at Hartford Steam Boiler. I have no idea what Hartford Steam Boiler is. Technical specialist doesn't give us a lot of information. Ooh, there's reinsurance, could be good. AIG, I know that's insurance, so that's also telling us she's in that industry. Hover over that. So again, this is not again, I didn't say this yet, but current is going to tell you where they're currently working. Previous is where they've worked in the past, so those are also good things to look at. If you hover over that, again, insurance is listed here. Great, so that person has experience in the right industry. Another thing I want to point out now, in terms of insurance, there are 2 types that we're looking for. The first one is property and casualty insurance, and the second one is life insurance. Those are the only 2 insurance areas that we are looking for people to have experience in. Okay, so keep that in mind. So let's scroll down and look at her experience. Again, technical specialist, that doesn't tell us a lot. Let's hover over the company she's working for. U.S. operations. Okay, being a part of the world's preeminent insurance. Okay, so we know it's insurance. Go down to industry. It says insurance. 5,000 employees. Pretty big company. So she has insurance industry experience. 2.5 years there, so she's got enough years of experience. 2.5 years at this company, AIG. Hover over it. We see insurance. Great. What is she actually doing? Processes. That's a keyword we're looking for. Let's Control F. Strategy. Does she have anything? Not in her profile. Let's look too. Both people are not in her profile. Let's look up process. 4 times. Boom. Process improvement. There's our keyword that we're looking for. It's almost a done deal. We have process improvement. We have insurance. That's what we're looking for. As you'll notice, though, she also has her master's in engineering management. That is fantastic. Let's scroll down to her skills. Project management, engineering, strategic planning. There goes that strategy word. Process improvement. We're talking. Now we're talking. That's good. So that's it for that. She doesn't have consulting experience. She doesn't need it. That's it for this video. In the next video, we'll show how to search with using LinkedIn to find people.